Marriage is a binding agreement between two people with God as a witness. Some of you are not in marriages, you are in contracts. Every marriage needs a bedroom, but it's not every bedroom that is a marriage. So where are you getting your counseling? Where are you getting your information? It determines the strength of your marriage, the progress of your marriage. Never phone your mother or your father or your brother for counseling. Never do that. Hear me very well. That marriage will be over because blood is thicker than water. It is only your counselor who must know what is happening in your marriage. You can have a strong marriage. You can have an enjoyable marriage. It's possible, but you need knowledge. Can we open our Bibles? The book of Genesis chapter 2. Verse 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle, to the birds of the air, to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper comparable to him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam. He slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord had taken from the man, he made into a woman. And he brought her to the man, and Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones." This is when marriage began. "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed." Now let's go also to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. "Let the husband render to his wife the affection due her, and likewise also the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. And likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does." That is where I want. Then let's go to verse 32, same chapter. "But I want you to be without care. He who is unmarried cares for the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he who is married cares about the things of the world." There is a difference between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cares about the things. The unmarried woman cares about the things of the Lord, that she may be holy, both in body and in spirit. But she who is married cares about the things of the world, how she may please her husband. May the Lord my God bless the reading of his word today. Marriage, brethren, it's a product that began in heaven. It was manufactured by God. It was not manufactured by men. It's a powerful product. And it affects every person that is looking at me today. There is no one who can say that, "Prophet, I'm not affected by this issue." Because for you to be where you are, to be here on earth, you came through a marriage. So which means marriage had a part in bringing you to this earth. So you cannot run away from marriage. It is the one that brings humans on earth. A marriage is honored above everything in heaven. It is the top thing. That's why I always give the equation of marriage, that the equation of marriage, write it down. I want everyone to know the equation of marriage. It's God first. God first. But the second thing that God created was not a pastor. Hear me very well. God did not create a prophet. He created a marriage. It was the second most important thing before we talk of anything that is on earth right now. Number 2, there is Adam and Eve. Can you write husband and wife? That is the second thing God created, husband and wife. And he made them to be in a marriage covenant. If you are writing, it's an irreversible binding agreement between two people with God as a witness. So which means there are 3 parties to every covenant. It's 2 people, the husband and the wife, and there is also God, who is represented by prophets, pastors, who are marriage officers. We put God into the marriage as the third party, and the covenant is irreversible. It's binding. It's something that cannot be broken. And these 2 people become one flesh, one in body, one in spirit, one in everything. And number 3 is children. So which means I give my time to God. My marriage must not hinder me to worship God. If it's now hindering me because God is on number 1 to worship God, then that marriage is dangerous. Then on number 2, it's not children, because children are a byproduct of marriage. So children are on number 3. On number 2, it's your spouse. After God, it's your spouse. Because children come and go. They will leave you and also go into their own marriages one day. And you remain again with that woman. And at that time, many people divorce. Because some of you who are staying in your houses because of children, those children, there is a time when they are going to marry and get married. And you are going to remain the 2 of you again alone, the same way you were before those children came. And you can divorce at that moment because you are now going back again to be 2 as you were when you were in a relationship. So you will never run away from being one flesh, from being 2 like this. It will always visit you. And many people, they start to have stress and some die because the marriage was being moved, it was being progressed because of the presence of children. And when children go, what then are you going to do? You are now 2 of you again. Or some people, their communication is centered on the presence of children that are there. They have no communication. Some of you, you are not in marriages, you are in contracts. Many people have got a bedroom, but they don't have a marriage. And their bedroom is their only office they have, where they meet in the evening. And there, they do whatever they want to do. And after that, they walk out in a different direction. That is the only time when they meet. No marriage, but have a bedroom. That is a contract. Every marriage needs a bedroom. But it's not every bedroom that is a marriage. Some is just a meeting. You just meet in that small office to produce children. You are now machines. Productive machines that produce children only. And no love.